stay-at-home dad, watching Disney movies he never had. His daughter digs through all the VHS, crushing the classics in a princess dress. Informed like Scuttle, Kurt's got your ticket, making it real like Jiminy Cricket. Most off the Captain Hook, but if the Tweedledum, he'll be taking more shots than Bambi's mom. Leaves him raised like Simba, or cracked like the beach dishes. He'll show you a whole new world, you won't need 3 wishes. Stay at home, Disney Dad.
Musketeer March continues, and I'm out of Musketeer movies, so I'm rounding out the month with movies that feature sword fights. Okay, Hook! I remember passing in and out watching this movie on a bus when I was super little. Must have been way back in like a ski trip, like grade 5 or something. I still have the Captain Hook action figures, though. Oh yeah, I do. One has a secret knife, which I thought was pretty badass, and the other has growing legs, like Ram Man. Which is dumb. But okay, we press play. We start with kids' faces. It's an elementary school production of Peter Pan. Robin Williams and his family are watching from the audience. You're a crook, Captain Hook. Williams takes a phone call from work during the play, and now he has an 8 a.m. meeting the next morning. His family are annoyed he's on his phone. He missed his daughter's big singing finale in the play, and now because of his 8 a.m. meeting tomorrow morning, he's going to miss most of his son's 8 a.m. baseball game. It's the next morning, and the 8 a.m. baseball game is going strong, and Williams is stuck at the office. He has an early 90s brick cell phone, which is amazing. He does a stupid quick draw funny thing with his coworker and his cell phone, and I hate it. He gets in the elevator and tells everyone, when it's your time to go, it's your time to go. All right. Back at the baseball game, his kid strikes out because he's busy looking for his dad in the crowd. And if I was his dad, I'd say, you know what, kid? Maybe I'd come to more baseball games if he didn't always strike out. He gets to the diamond, and it's empty. Empty. So he's like 3 hours late for his kid's game, and he's all sad. Now the next day, they're all in a plane, and his family are getting revenge on this crappy dad because he's terrified of flying. They're just needling him about his fear of flying. This is a fun family, man. He yells at his kid, tells him to grow up. We learn that this guy's name is Peter. They go to the orphanage Peter grew up in, and some old lady named Wendy comes down the stairs, and they share a moment. Her one house rule is, don't grow up. Corporate Peter is not a hit with Wendy. She looks at this business asshole with disgust. His kid explains what Peter does for a living, like corporate takeovers and stuff, and Wendy's like, sounds like he's a pirate. Peter goes into his old bedroom upstairs, and it's covered in ships and pirate toys and wall murals. He gets a phone call, and it's work again, and his kids are crawling on him because they're like on vacation. I don't know, they're having fun. And $1 billion deal is falling through, and he loses his crap on his family for making too much noise while he's on the phone. He snaps and screams at them. His phone rings again, and his wife grabs it and throws the cell phone out the window and gives him a sermon about how his kids are growing up fast, and once they're older, they're not going to want to spend time with him. And it's a legit great speech. Like, I remember it making me sad when I was a kid. And now that I'm a dad, it's pretty destroying. Wendy's telling the kids a bedtime story. She's Wendy from the Peter Pan stories. So she says the stories she used to make up for the orphans were so good that someone else wrote them down and sold them. So in this world, the stories of Peter Pan are real. Peter's son can't find his baseball now, and his sister says the scary man in the window took it. And everyone just kind of ignores that. What? Peter and his wife and Wendy are at a gala now. He's giving a speech. I guess that's why they had to fly there. He's crediting Wendy for everything he has. Yeah, he was an orphan, and she used to run that place as an orphanage, and she is being celebrated for her contributions. Back at the orphanage, though, where they left the kids with these 2 other crazy adults as babysitters, the wind howls, and the old man starts yelling, Hook! 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 Hook over and over, and okay, this is a super late gala. Like, if it started after they put the kids to bed and left, this house is going nutty cuckoo. Blankets are flying off, they're flying off kids. Back at the gala, Wendy knows something is up. The script needs to work on the times. There's no 8 a.m. baseball games and no 11 p.m. galas. There just isn't. They rush home and the kids are gone. There's a sword stuck in the door. tacked to a note that says, Peter has to come get his kids. Signed Captain Hook. The police think this might be a prank because of the family's history and the fiction books. But are they fiction? How much do the English love tea? The kids, Peter's wife grew inside her, gave birth to and raised, have been kidnapped, possibly killed, they don't know. And Wendy sends this poor distraught mother to the kitchen to make them some tea. And she does. Wendy's like, Peter, the stories are true, and Captain Hook wants you to come back to Neverland because it's not over. Captain Hook has your kids, and he wants to have a final fight. She's like, you need to remember, Peter. You need to remember you're Peter Pan. And wait a second. This is not a Disney movie. Oh my God. This is not a Disney movie. How did this is not, I didn't even look. I just assumed. I know Disney doesn't own Peter Pan, but I would have bet my house this was a Disney produced movie. I was so sure. I didn't even check the side of the clamshell. Holy shit. This finally happened. What, 180 weeks in? No. Stop tape. Shut it down. Can't believe I did that. This is not a Disney movie. Next week, we return with an official Disney movie as Musketeer March continues. That was embarrassing. Sorry, folks. Hook! Not a Disney movie. What a time to find that out. Glad I only got like 20 minutes in. Wow.
That's what I think about.
What do you think?
What we have is a concern about Curtis Anderson. His interviewing style is not the best. His personal appearance is not the best. I was wondering if the man has some kind of a hold over the channel that he's allowed to be employed for so long with the standards of journalism and personal appearance that he has. Thank you.
Okay, Macy. Yeah!